Okay, here's a quick demonstration of this vintage electromechanical scientific counter by Brinkmann. It has 10 separate counting switches and a total counter on the right. I used a dry erase to, assign your numbers. You can write down here some notes on which each switch toggles towards. So here's just some examples of all the counters moving up. It's using I think a 12 volt signal with a solenoid that activates the movement of this gear, and which increases the number by 1 digit for every signal burst. All of them seem to work really well. I've had to replace 2 to get this thing working. Here's the alarm. Is not configurable, but it's set at 100, which I thought was a good number. And you can just turn off the alarm. You can keep going. It'll never alarm again. We can reset all of our numbers. Works like a charm. I just used a dry erase to set up a little example experiment on what kind of things you can count. So let's say we're out in the jungle and I want to keep track of the different types of animals that cross our path. So we can count the different creatures. And then this is our total number of creatures. And then when this reaches 100, an alarm will sound. You can keep going up to 9999 on all these counters, or reset them as you choose. So here's an alligator. Lots of alligators. There's a snake, a giraffe, some more humans. You don't want to hit them at the same time because it won't send 2 signals to the total. So make sure they're separate. So we're almost at 100. So let's see the alarm go off. And there's the alarm. That turns off the alarm. So when you reset this, you do have to reset the alarm again. This one doesn't do anything unless this is activated, and this will just count the single or the total separately. Feels like I'm playing Mario Party. Yeah, so any experiment that you really can fathom. Well, here's the innards of this electromechanical counter. There's these potted switches. And then the indicators are all back here. I had to Frankenstein some of these because the internals had some plastic pieces breaking. So I had to Frankenstein from some replacement parts online. But everything right now is working as it originally was, except I reset the alarm to alarm at 100 instead of, I think it was 1,000, which I thought was a little excessive. But yeah, so I'll just do one more quick little overview of the inside. So each switch has this cool colored wire that goes to one of the indicator lights. This is the power rectifier section. This capacitor doesn't have a bleed capacitor, and it holds a charge. So maybe I'll put a warning note inside, because I almost got shocked twice from that cap. Yeah.